something you can't, that's fine too. Okay, so I am not as good as I should be at social media either. Like a lot of us are like that, it's just one of those things like I kind of got sick of it a few years ago and stopped using it and, but really, this is a way that's either free or really cheap that we can connect with people that we know. And so we all ought to be doing a better job than we are of just staying in touch with our social media. So here's the thing. People that you know, even your friends, even your neighbors, forget that you're a real estate agent. It's like you have to remind them every couple of weeks, I'm a real estate agent, And if you called your friend every 2 weeks and said, hey, don't forget I'm a real estate agent, that's probably not gonna be so good, right? Wouldn't want to do that. So this is a way that we can kind of stay top of mind with our friends and family. People we know, not only our friends and family, but maybe our connections that we have that are even a little bit further along, people that I went to high school with many years ago, or people that I used to work with, whatever. You have all these people that are sort of in your sphere, that bigger sphere. It's a very good way to stay connected. The document that I have up here is something that you have access to. And after today, I think it's a good idea for you to download it and read through it because it's really good information. Keller Williams has put these things out called playbooks. And what I have open right here, right now, is called the Social Media Playbook, and you can have it too. We have a website, kwlresources.com. And on that website, at the bottom, there's some additional resources, and in there is this Social Media Playbook. So after today, go ahead and download this and read through it because there's a lot of really good information in there. And there are other playbooks too, like one for hosting seminars. There's one for doing social media ads. There's all kinds of playbooks, and they're going to keep adding more. So go ahead and check it out when you have a chance. All right. So Reach, I'm going to pull this Zoom window out of the way so you can read what this has. But here's why this is so important. So 59.3% of the world population uses social media, 82% of the population in the United States. Yes, that's a lot of people on social media that you can reach. I can do so with just posting on my own Facebook or Instagram. I can also do paid advertising. That's very inexpensive. And if you have interest in doing some paid Facebook advertising, I teach a class on that. I don't remember when it's coming up, but it'll be coming up in May sometime. And I've been running paid Facebook advertising for a long time. I usually spend $30 when I run an ad, so it's not expensive. It's a pretty inexpensive way, but it's free for you to post on your own Facebook. So that's something we all ought to be doing on your own Instagram, because then those people that you are connected with remember that you're a real estate agent. Now, I don't want to just post and make it about me all the time, right? I don't want to have, hey, I got another closing. Hi, I have another listing. Hi, here's my open house, right? That's going to kind of get annoying to people, right? So instead, I want to focus it on others by posting, hey, here's my clients. Congratulations to, blah, blah, blah. These people that bought this house at 123 Main Street, they followed their dreams. I'm so excited for them. I'm making it about them. Or maybe I'm going to post something that is of value to people, right? So I'm going to post some information that would be helpful about real estate. And it might not even be about buying and selling. Maybe I'm going to post about, hey, it's spring. Here's some home maintenance things you should be thinking about over the next few months. Or, I don't know, here, when I have a friend who's looking for a plumber, I'm going to chime in and give that recommendation on some plumbers. It's funny, this isn't quite social media, but I've gotten 2 potential clients this year from Nextdoor. And all I did, one of them, I just answered questions about something on Nextdoor, and then we just started communicating, and turns out she's ready to buy a house, which was kind of cool, Another one just said something about, I don't know, wanting the value of their house. And I think 25 realtors responded to her. But the reason I got the listing appointment was because I looked her up, figured out what her address was, put a packet of information together and left it on her front porch. I got a listing appointment out of it, you know, so I took it a little bit further. But, you know, there's a lot of really free stuff that we could be accessing to connect with others. So again, lots of people, we know 82%, right, are using social media. There's targeted advertising. So if you want to, you can spend not very much money on some advertising to reach particular people. And it could be people in a certain area or people who have a certain hobby. If I have a listing that's near a golf course, I can target advertising to people who play golf, for example. Advertising on social media is some of the lowest cost per lead. You know, I mentioned before, I usually spend $30 when I do a Facebook ad. I get from that usually between 25 and 40 leads. So that's a good number of leads that I'm getting, you know, for my $30. So, you know, if you're brand new, maybe you're going to start just posting on your own, but pretty soon you can start spending the $30 and, you know, see if you can get some good leads out of it. Sorry, too fast. Okay, and then engagement. So there's just an opportunity for you to engage with the people who you already know so that they remember you're in real estate. And I can do it in a way where I'm not always just making it about me, making it about, hey, I'm in real estate, but I'm helping them, contributing something of value, or just having an interesting conversation so that I can connect with them. Okay. We're going to talk about the like model to create content and schedule posts. I could target my database with social ads and interact with friends and followers. So this is kind of where this whole, oh, look, I've got people in the waiting room.
Yes,
thank you.
Messages because they're stopping the waiting room.
Yeah. Okay, they're all coming in right now. Here we go. Right, they're coming in. Hello, everybody who just joined. Okay. Thanks for everybody. Hey, everybody. A couple people just came in the room. For everybody who just came in the room, so far we've just kind of talked about, you know, how that there are 82% of the U.S. population is on social media. It's a free way for us to reach our friends and family, to remind them that we're in real estate. We need to keep doing that. Even if we tell them that we're in real estate, they're going to forget every couple of weeks. So we have to keep reminding them, and that we want to do so in a way that focuses on them, not us. So I'm not going to post every week, 2 weeks. Hey, I'm in real estate here at my open house. Not going to do that. I'm going to do it in a way that is going to create engagement and focus on other people so that I don't, so that people don't tune out. Okay. So again, like we were saying, it's using social media is a way to stay top of mind with your sphere. People do business with people they like, right? And so we want to be even people that we maybe haven't connected with in a while. If we're using social media, maybe we can connect in a way with them so that they start to like us. And this is the acronym that we're going to use to talk about the type of posts that are going to be really effective. So like local lowdown, right? So maybe, so I live in Catonsville. I could post on social media about, you know, the farmers market starting up, right? So, or a new restaurant is opening, or, you know, some festivals coming to town, some kind of event that's happening, some kind of business that's starting, you know, something that someone in my area would like to know, somebody in my community. Here's some examples of content that you can do. Upcoming events, history, school events, those are some ideas. And again, if you're just joining us on Zoom, the document that I have open is called the Social Media Playbook. I recommend that all of you download it because there's a lot of good information in there. We're not going to get through the whole thing today. We're just going to touch on it, a short time in this 45 minutes To access it, go to kwlresources.com. Go to additional resources and you'll find all the playbooks. All right, so local lowdown. So I'm just gonna be constantly giving some information about what's happening in the community.
I'm sorry, Kirsten, do we look for local lowdown under the resources.com? What do
No,
we-
you can look for social media playbook.
Okay, thanks.
Absolutely. And if anybody has any trouble finding it, just email me and I'll send it to you. All right, so when you download that, there's going to be some examples of types of local information. You know, so here's one talking about the average price of a home in the neighborhood. Here's one talking about the average sales, if somebody did like a nice little graphic about it. But it doesn't have to be that, right? It could be, here's a picture of my farmer's market. Don't forget it, we'll put on, you know, this week on Sunday. Okay. The other types of posts that I'm going to need to do are ones about you, right? So people want to know who you are. They're going to be more comfortable doing business with you if they know, if they like you and they know a little bit about you. So I want to mix up my posting on social media. So it's not all real estate. I need a combination, right? So I'm going to have, here's some examples, you know, hobbies, travels, books, music, gratitude quotes, memes, you know, whatever, you know, you and your dog. Here's me and my dog. Here's me in the restaurant I'm going to. Here's, you know, I worked with these buyers and they got a house. So I'm going to mix it up. I'm not all real estate. I'm going to mix it up so that a lot of it is just about me, getting to know me. And a lot of it is, then the other ones are about the real estate in a way that centers others or adds value. Okay, so here's some examples of that. You know where we got this post right here? And they haven't guessed where this one came from?
Yeah, I mean,
Command, that's right, exactly. Come sometime when I do the command designs class. Because Command inside has all kinds of posts that you can put on social media. You can edit it so that it has, you know, some of them have a place for your picture or your phone number or something. Some of them are just ready for you to post. But there's lots of holidays. Come to my class on all of the designs so you can see how to do that, or, you know, ask me and I'll send you a link, or, you know, play with it yourself. A lot of this stuff is right there, ready to use. So I can just download it and post it. Okay, engage. You can take a poll, right? You can say, like I see a lot of posts from realtors on social media. You know, 4 pictures, here's 4 different houses, which one do you like better? You know, here's 2 kitchens, which do you like better? You know, so just pie versus cake is a suggestion here. It doesn't matter, I'm just trying to get people to engage with me. You know, so that we're having that two-way conversation with each other and they start to like me. Ask questions, right? So their suggestions about dogs or anything, kind of anything you want. Host a competition or do some giveaways. Some people are really successful offering some kind of competition, you know, because you get people to respond to you. Some samples of that. Okay, look, this or that, 2 different Christmas movies. Which one do you like better? You know, this or that, which do you like better? You know, just to get kind of some engagement. And again, many of that is available in Command. Another thing you can do in Command is schedule posts. While we're talking about scheduling posts, I want to tell you about a workshop that we're doing later this month. Later this month, I'm hosting a workshop. So it's going to be in person only, not Zoom. Anytime you see the word workshop, what that means is that it's in person, bring your laptop, because I'm going to do a little bit of teaching, but it'll be mostly you working on things. And so in my social media class, workshop that we're having later this month, we're actually going to have everybody use Command to make a social media post. And then if you want to, you can share them with each other. Okay. So Amy makes a post, Therese makes a post, and then you swap. And now you both have 2 posts that you can post. Okay. Instead of everybody doing their own, we're all going to kind of work together so that we have more to share. And Then we're gonna schedule posts. Okay, so by scheduling it, you don't have to go in every day and post something. I can, at the beginning of the month or at the end of the prior month, pick out some posts that I need to send, and within Command, as long as I connect Command to my Facebook or my Instagram, I can schedule it to show up on that day I want it to. And that's gonna be a big help to you, so that you're not having to remember to do it all the time or take the time to do it. The end of the month, we're gonna sit down and create some of these posts together. And then I'm gonna show you how to schedule them, and the more we get done, the more you'll have scheduled in advance, which will be really nice.
That's excellent.
Oh.
Yeah, because you know what, I just let go of my other tool to fully start embracing Command.
Yeah,
And so one of the things that I'm looking at, as you were talking about like this or that, or being able to post to social media,
Yeah.
I was looking through the things in Command, and there, what I'm seeing right now is like all real estate related. It's not like the engaging content. So I don't know where to find that in there or if it is in there. So I'm looking forward to that.
yeah, so in Command, if you look under holidays, then there's a folder for each month. And there's a lot of non-real estate posts in there.
Okay, under the holidays.
Yep, where it says holidays, yep, there is. But then there's also other things too. So it would be nice for us all to kind of work together, right? So if one of us makes a post, comparing two kitchens, right? We all can use it if we're willing to share with each other, right? Makes sense to me.
And branded.
Yeah.
Keller Williams, yeah.
Exactly. And you know what? My friends are not the same as your friends, so they won't know that we're copying our posts, No one will know except us. Yeah, good. But please come to workshops if you can. I've hosted a couple already and they've been pretty well received. Because I think Vivian, you gave me this feedback that you wanted that, and you're one person who said that, others have said it as well. Those are an opportunity to take it slower. I'm usually taking a class that's usually 1 hour and making it 2 hours. We're going a lot slower, but it's going to include time for you to practice. And I'm going to come look over your shoulder if you have a problem, so I can help you figure out what it is.
Yeah, I'm really sad I missed Saturday, but I couldn't do Saturday.
That's okay. I'm going to keep doing it. Like none of them, there's nothing I won't do another time.
Okay.
We do the same things over and over. It'll come back again. All right. So then I also want to point out, there is at the end of this playbook, there's a calendar that is a suggestion of what to post. We're going to come back to that. Okay. Post 10 times per week. Sounds like a lot, right? But you can do it if we're organized, working together. We're going to work on each other's, we're going to work on some posts that we can share with each other. And a lot of these are just going to be about yourself. Right? Like, here's my picture of me at the restaurant. Here's me playing tennis or whatever you do. We also, in addition to posting ourselves, every day, we need to go into our social media and like 10 people's posts. Okay, so you just kind of scroll through and do some liking. Then comment on 5 people's posts. So 10 comments, 10 likes, 5 comments. You can do more if you want, but try to do at least 5. Look and see who has a birthday that day. So every day, see who has a birthday, send them make a birthday post for them, do a direct message, whatever you're going to do, get it to all your birthdays. And actually, that's a really good opportunity to put them in command of their birthday in, because you know what it is. Facebook's telling you when their birthday is, okay? And then send one direct message to somebody. So again, 10 likes, 5 posts, all the birthdays, 1 direct message. If you do that every day, which I'm doing it some of the days and trying to make that my habit, you can join me in making it your habit. If you do that every day, you're gonna have a lot of reach that doesn't take that much time. It doesn't take that long to do. Scroll through 10 likes, 5 posts, here's my birthdays, 1 direct message. Okay. I'm not going to tell you the how-tos exactly, because this takes an entire, when I do the hour-long class, it's hard to fit it in an hour. I often run over and I'm going a little faster than I would like. Okay, so it's a big topic of all the how-tos. So come back to the class if you'd like to do that, come back and do the class twice. But just in big picture, with my paid social ads, there's two ways I can do them. One is that I can target strangers. Okay, so an example of that would be, I have a listing. I run a paid social ad for every listing I have. I usually do it a couple of times. And I'm trying to reach strangers I have not met yet with my listing. So they see that house, they like it, they respond to it. Now they're in my command and now I'm communicating with them. Okay, I'll reach a lot of those using a Facebook ad or an Instagram ad. Those tend to be people who are very far off in the future when they're buying and selling. It's usually not going to be somebody who's ready to go look at houses this weekend. I have some of them, I might use, we're going to set, when you take my class, we're going to use smart plans to make it so that you're not calling and texting them yourself all the time and sending emails. We're going to have command do all the lifting. We're going to call them every once in a while, but command's doing everything else. But honestly, sometimes it takes like 9 months or a year before they finally pick up the phone. So expect when you target strangers using social media ads, that those are long-term leads. You're filling your pipeline. It's not money today, it's in the future. Okay, so one way I can do it is to target strangers to get more people for my future pipeline. I can also run a Facebook ad that's going to target people in my database. Okay, so if you think about when you're on Facebook, you have your feed in the center, but then on the right side, you see advertisements, right? A lot of times I see advertisements for something I was shopping for recently, right? That's where your ad is going to show up. Yeah, it'll target the people in your command database. Very, very powerful. So if I connected with someone at an open house and put them in command, then a couple of weeks later, they're seeing my face on their Facebook, reminding them that I'm in real estate, right? It's just another way to stay top of mind. And that's what I'm trying to do. And again, it's paid advertising, but it's not real expensive. Those are two great things that you can do with your paid social ads that I hope you'll come back and do. Here's some examples I can do. Clients with kids, hobbies. There's all kinds of content that I can have in my ad. Okay. And then we talked about interact with friends and followers, right? So we already talked about that I want to comment on some friends' posts. And I also need to direct message. Okay, so I'm commenting. This is a really good point. It's not arguing or correcting, it's commenting, right? I'm showing interest in their life. And then they'll show interest in my life, which includes real estate. So here's some examples. Hi, client name. I just saw that you got married, had a kid, graduated college, whatever it is. I wanted to congratulate you. This is so exciting. What's the next for you? Okay, that's a great example of a post. And again, I'm liking and sharing. So the recommendation is to interact with 75 people a week using your social media. A lot, right? It's a lot, but you can do it, right? You can do it. 75 people a week. How many is that per day? Right?
I know, Evan.
Yeah, like, you can do that, right? Not too bad. Okay. Add new people. Free advertising for you, right? So if you add someone to Facebook, a friend of a friend, right? You see your friend's friends and someone you realize, oh, met that person one time, add him in there, right? And then you're gonna start posting it just about your restaurant you went to and the client you serviced and your dog and here's some maintenance tips or whatever, start combining my personal stuff and my real estate stuff. To get to know that person. Eventually, then when they have a real estate need, we're top of mind. Add 7 friends per week. That's the goal, 7. That's a lot, huh? Some people have been really successful with creating a niche Facebook group. Here's what this would look like. Someone already did this for my neighborhood, or else I would do it. But my neighborhood has a neighborhood Facebook group. It already exists, so I can't do it. But if I wasn't in residential real estate doing that when my Facebook group got created, or else I would have done it. You could do it for any kind of community, though. It doesn't have to be your neighborhood, but you could make one. Their suggestion, online book club, small business owners, or a cause, something like that. It could be about anything. And if you can get people to join it, then you've got that much more interaction. We've got some best practices. If you're going to be a leader of a group, if you're starting a group, it should be something you're passionate about. You know, so if you are really into golf, do a golf group and start inviting your friends to it, or books, or whatever you are really into. It has to represent whatever your purpose is. And when you're going to be in it, you're posting about whatever that cause, whatever that group is about, not about your real estate. You know, so if it's an online book club, I'm going to be posting about books, not going to post about real estate at all. But that's going to get that connection with those people. Okay. So the power of this system is that the daily activities compound over time. Okay. So if you keep doing this, you will have made 520 like posts. You will have added 364 new friends. And that's 3,900 opportunities to engage with the friends and followers. You know, that's just going to lead to some business. Then at the very end of this is the March through June. So I'm going to open up April. Okay. Social media calendar. Absolutely, you don't have to follow this. This is just a suggestion, but a lot of us find it really useful to have something to start with. Instead of starting from scratch, you're starting with, you know, an idea. Okay, so what's today? Today's the 12th? Yeah, 12th. So today's suggestion is, what are you reading right now? Okay. Then tomorrow, share a photo of an activity you love. And then on the 14th, so that's Thursday, share a first-time homebuyer story for National Fair Housing Month. Share a pro tip for working with difficult people. Share an inspirational quote. Use a template post from Designs and Command. So Command has all these designs. Use one of those. Taxes are due today. It's kind of nice to have a suggestion, you know, for what to do every day. You're going to maybe do something different. I want to, at the very top, local lowdown, that's what LIKE means, local lowdown, information about real estate. K is know me, E is engage. Okay, so when they have a letter next to it, it's showing you what type of post it is, whether it's a local thing or getting to know me or whatever it is. And you can see that they've really mixed it up so that it's not like the same thing every day. At the end of this playbook, there's instructions for how to do a lot of this in Command. So we have a class on this, but I would absolutely encourage you to just try it, because you know, if you're a kind of person who can play around, you'll probably get there. One of the things they're showing you is there's this automated collection thing in Command, where if I have a listing, I can create a whole bunch of things at once, like I can create a newsletter, I'm sorry, not a newsletter, a flyer, and also a social media post, and a whole bunch of other things all at once. So that's showing you details about how to do that marketing material. That's for a listing. But then below it are some instructions for how to use those quick social posts. that are in command. There's a lot there. I would absolutely encourage you to just go into command, download this playbook and follow the directions to see how to do some of these things. The social posts are one of the easiest and quickest designs to do. I think you'll be able to do it just fine.
When you post it, can you delete?
Yeah.
Once you post and you realize maybe.
Oh, if you made a mistake or something
Yes,
like that,
yes.
sure.
On Facebook, Instagram, can you?
Yeah, you can delete it or you can edit it. I have a lot of typos. I type too fast and I'm not great at it. I have a lot of typos. I'm constantly editing because I realize I misspelled something. Or you could just delete it if you put it on there and now you realize you hate it. Sure. Yeah, yeah. And then there's some, more content here that's not really necessarily just social media, manage daily tasks. There's instructions for how to do your posts through command here, which I love to do. The scheduling is great. And then at the end of this, there's instructions for how to create a paid social media ad. So it's all right here, step by step, how to do it. Everything that's there. I love these playbooks. They just have so much, terrific information all in one place. One thing that's not in here is about your professional Facebook page. So do you guys all have like a private, personal Facebook page and also a business one? Everybody have two of those? No? If you want to run paid social media ads, you have to make a business Facebook page that's connected to your personal page. So you're gonna have that. I personally found, and I've heard from other agents as well, that your engagement really is going to be on your personal page. A lot of us go into this thinking, I'm going to keep it separate. I'm going to keep all my business stuff on my business page. And in my personal page, I'm going to have pictures of my dog and my kids and everything, but I don't want to put all my business stuff in there. It's a mistake to separate it.
Sorry, my regular page too on freshman.
So on your regular page, you have, gotcha. You're still going to have a separate business page in order to run a Facebook ad. It's going to make you do it, but I think you're smart to have all your business, if your friends and family are connected to that, it's hard to get people to join your business page, and not even if they follow it, they're not as engaged in it as your personal page, So that's why we do it like this. If I'm posting about my dog or, the book I read or whatever it happens to me, my personal stuff, and the next day I'm posting about real estate, I'm going to get more engagement on those real estate posts and more people are going to see them just because of the way Facebook's algorithms work. If people are engaging with me on my personal things, they're going to see my business stuff too more often. So that's why we want to do it that way. We really can't just separate the two and keep those worlds separate and still have people engage. So have a business page, post real estate stuff to it, but really you're going to reach your friends and family on your personal page. So like on my business page, I'll put my open house on there. I'll put all kinds of real estate on stuff on there, but I also need to put it on my personal page. We've got to have that combination of the two.
So you put it twice.
Yeah. And maybe some things only go on your business page, right? And maybe sometimes they're on both, And I'm saying Facebook a lot, but this would include Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. You should be doing things on LinkedIn, and Nextdoor. Like I'm really getting business from Nextdoor, which is really funny, but you kind of have to put yourself out there a little bit and have that be, you as yourself, not you're the person you are, but you're also a real estate agent, and just have that be part of who you are as you present yourself online.
Reading the book, I felt like, is this man in my... Oh,
What's
I'm
that?
sorry, y'all. I'm sending a text.
I didn't understand that.
No, oh, sorry about that. I should have been on mute.
Oh, no worries. I thought you were asking me a question. All right. Any,
I will add to that I think what you're saying is actually right on though, because I make the mistake of keeping the business and the
yeah,
personal separate.
Yeah.
And because I mean, the way I learned was, and then Facebook kind of also trained you to not post business stuff on the personal page. And so right now, I have a service posting to the business page, which nobody looks at.
right.
And I'm paying for that. And so
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I don't,
Right.
I'm rethinking of what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We just gotta mix it up, put it on our personal page. And it can be hard to figure out what to post, So this calendar's gonna come and be helpful. And then I think it'll also be helpful if we start doing it together, and
Yeah.
I'm hoping if people get into this, then we would just be able to do this every month, right? Like somewhere near the end of the month, we'll get together, make some social posts together,
Okay.
share them with each other, and then we'll all have something to post, I think it'll be good. I'm looking forward to being able to share with others too, because it's kind of a lot to do that all yourself, don't you think? Like it can feel overwhelming. So this way it'll just make it feel not so much if you can, benefit from other people's work as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other further thoughts or questions about that?
I would say the only other thing, I guess, and I don't know it's the only other thing, but I know you said you had on there, do 10 postings a week,
Yeah.
right? And I would say based on everything else you read, that's not even a lot, even though it may feel like a lot to us.
Yeah.
Like, because they're like, you should be doing your stories every day, 3 this and that. I don't know. It's like,
yeah. It could, but you know what? I think if we all got to the point where we're doing it 10 times a week, that would be an improvement for me, for sure, about what I'm doing now.
me too.
And I think we would see results from it, and I think we think to ourselves, oh, they know I'm in real estate. They'll tell me, if they want to buy or sell. But you know what? My next door neighbor sold with another real estate agent. And, now he used to be a real estate agent. So I kind of think it was one of his friends from where he used to be. But really, what if that was just me not being good about posting on Facebook that lost that deal? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I'm gonna have a class, I think it's April 25th. You'll have to check me on that on the calendar. I have a 2-hour workshop scheduled sometime at the end of April. And what we'll be doing that day is sitting down together and doing some Facebook posts that we're gonna share. We'll just kind of share resources with each other. I have some places that I go to get content. You guys will have that too. We're all going to work together to make all of our social media presence better together, instead of us each trying to do it on their own. We'll do it as a team, do it as a group, so that we can all be better. And then if it's something that people enjoy and are participating in, then I don't see why we couldn't just do it every month, and then that'll help all of us.
Cool.
All right, awesome. All right, well, we're at the end of our time. I'm teaching a class at 1 o'clock, and it's on command, and I believe I'm doing opportunities, how you
When?
get at 1 o'clock today.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
So that is Tech Enabled Agent. Every single Wednesday from 1 to 2, there's a command class about sales pipeline. There you go. That is opportunities. Awesome. Thank you.
So that will be the consistent class, 1 o'clock every Wednesday. And then the other ones are.
Yep, exactly. So every Wednesday from 1 o'clock, there's a command class. I have a whole series that's about 12 weeks long. This is my 3rd time going through that series. And when we finish it, we're just going to start it over again. So every Wednesday at 1 o'clock, it's command basics. You can come back even if you've already taken it. You might get something more out of it. Sometimes when we aren't ready to learn something, we just don't even hear it, And so sometimes it's, you need to come back a second time. That's every Wednesday from 1 to 2. I've started doing these extra workshops that I'm calling them. So whenever you see the word workshop, that's bring your laptop. We're gonna do it together in person only. And I did start adding a Saturday class here and there every once in a while. So if that keeps, we had very good turnout there. So if that keeps up, we'll keep doing that. So, you know, and if you have some suggestions for classes that you want, you know, let me know, because we're looking to provide what people want. So I'm happy to hear any suggestions people have. So I'm going to close out the Zoom now. Thanks everybody for coming, and I hope to see some of you at 1 o'clock.